The idea for this story was basically in plain sight. The University of Utah had publicized their eSports team, but near as I could tell, no one at our station had spent much time with the team. What struck me was how much the eSports team acted like traditional sports teams. The focus came when I asked James what his parents thought, and his father defied my expectations.
Provide the reagents.
University of Utah junior James Tran has two career options.
I've never done it with this reaction.
He takes classes like organic chemistry so he can be a doctor. And he spends hours in front of a computer, so maybe instead he can be a professional eSports player. You can guess which one his dad, Dr. Tran, prefers. I bet I know what his parents think about that.
The thing I want to emphasize is that you should be working with your team.
Here, James, with an E, is James with a Y.
And you have to be able to expect more of your team, or you can't win.
And captain of the university's League of Legends team.
I would sneak downstairs to play video games like 3 a.m., 4 a.m.
He discovered the game at 14.
And my dad would catch me and he would just yell at me.
And 2 years ago, when Utah became the first Power 5 school to offer varsity esports, Tran won a scholarship, a modest one, to represent the school. Esports here, in many ways, looks like a traditional sport.
You guys prioritize plates.
Tran has coaches, he reviews tape.
I like all the vision in the river here.
He scrimmages.
I'm looking at the front line.
Here against Ottawa.
We're going after him,
I'm not dead. Vane does not have QSS.
Find Zoe if you can.
And altogether devotes about 40 hours a week to the game. That's a lot of time.
I think in order to be good at it, you just have to devote the same amount of time that you would with any traditional sport.
He's really good. Like the 0.001% of the population of League of Legends in North America.
All right, well, let's take a look at the roster for Utah.
One Sunday morning, Micah Tang, aka Ryder, and his Hearthstone team take on Stanford.
We're the best, dude.
One of the most promising and highest rated players in North America.
The first player actively recruited from out of state.
And we went to his high school last year and had a signing ceremony there.
The Voidwalker.
Still, the only spectator in sight. You get nervous when you watch? Is a nervous coach.
Yeah, especially when it's really close like this.
But here is what you don't see. The 4,000 to 5,000 spectators watching the game online.
You guys have only lost a single match.
And compared to the potential esports audience, that's nothing.
There are 2 billion gamers on Earth. There are 126 million esports enthusiasts.
Director of esports, AJ Dimmick.
The 2014 League of Legends final produced a bigger audience than the NBA Finals did.
Says the program should be under, not the School of Engineering as it is, but athletics and the NCAA.
There goes a Cullen, level 6. James is exhausted and snared. He used his flash.
2 years ago, the U's Crimson Gaming Club, including James, challenged BYU in League of Legends.
Hundreds of people came.
It was a turning point for campus esports.
10,000, 15,000 viewers online.
And a turning point for James Tran's father, who was there.
It seems like he was really strict, like stereotypical Asian father, and all of a sudden he just had a change of heart.
Thought differently after the BYU game.
After that, Dr. Tran encouraged his son to play.
Every day I'm doing homework, he'll just come into my room and just be like, James, why aren't you practicing?
So you could have guessed his dad's opinion of a career in esports. You're okay if he goes pro?
Yes.
But you might have been wrong.
J4. I'm taking.
Chase. I'm gonna see how high I can get on the ranking ladder. Okay.
James Tran fights to turn pro.
Let him play and let him enjoy his life.
And he's not, his dad says.
I feel like we can win this.
Just playing games.
Back up.
Peter Rosen, KSL 5 News.